shakers, humdingers, and pride and joy closing night. It's in City Center Plaza in partnership with the City of Rohnert Park and sponsored by Paradise Pet Resorts with 2 locations in Rohnert Park and Santa Rosa. Get your furry family members socialized and exercised. Doggy daycare, grooming, obedience training, splash dog pool, and dog, cat, and small animal boarding too. Always open till 7 p.m. No one loves your pets like you do, but nobody cares for your pets like we do at Paradise Pet Resort, the North Bay's premier pet service. June 2nd, Party on the Plaza Music Series kicks off at the Rohnert Park Farmers Market 5 to 8 with Choppin' Broccoli. Paradise Pet Resorts.
Pain in your shoulder can have many causes: arthritis, injuries from a fall, or just overdoing it with a chore like painting. Learn about the causes of shoulder pain, non-surgical options, treatments, and minimally invasive surgery. Get your questions answered by a trusted orthopedic physician with Sutter Health's Joints Plus program, from advanced physical therapy to robotic-assisted surgery. Sign up for the free online seminar Thursday, May 11th at 6 p.m. Begin your path to a pain-free life. Go to ksro.com and click on the Sutter banner.
Rockin Vino pairs wine and music together in lively conversations, hosted by Michelle and Coco. We take you backstage as we chat with winemakers, chefs, musicians, and more. Learn about the songs and the stories behind the wine, and what kind of music is blasting in the cellar. This isn't your dad's boring wine show. At Rockin Vino, we know how to have fun. Sponsored by American Ag Credit on the 2nd and 4th Mondays at noon on KSRO. It is 8:12 now at KSRO, and time for a look at financial news with Steve Rutter at Merrill Lynch. And Apple reported earnings. How are those looking?
Well, they will report after the close today, Michelle, and because it's such a bellwether stock, the earnings will be important and will probably give us perhaps our early direction tomorrow morning, so we'll see how that turns out. It has been a sharply lower affair most of the morning here, and continued worries about the regional bank sector, in particular PacWest. And with that, the Dow off 260 points currently at 33,148. NASDAQ off 24 points at 12,001. Bond market up 5/8 of a point. Gold higher by $25 at $2,062. I'm Steve Rutter at Merrill Lynch for KSRO.
Financial news at 12 and 42, mornings on KSRO. Now with a KSRO sports update, here's Larry Olson.
Game 2, Warriors and Lakers from Chase Center tonight. Dubs trying to even things up at a game apiece. To do that, they're going to have a better game plan for Lakers star Anthony Davis, who went for 30 points, 23 rebounds, 5 assists, and 4 blocks in a masterpiece performance in Game 1. Warriors head coach Steve Kerr was asked how his team gets bigger to counteract AD.
Every game's so different, and so you just have to go in with an open mind and feel the game. But because of the nature of our roster and the makeup of our roster, it's a decision we've had to make many times over the years.
Warriors and Lakers Game 2 at 6, right here on KSRO. Celtics even up their series with the 76ers with a 121-87 win. To baseball, Giants take the finale in Houston 4-2, taking 2 of 3 from the Astros. A's a 7-2 loss to the Mariners. High school baseball, what a game. Windsor scoring 2 runs in the bottom of the 7th to beat the nationally ranked and previously undefeated Cardinal Newman 5-4 in walk-off fashion, setting up a winner-take-all game tomorrow to the North Bay League Oak Division title. Cards came into the game at 21-0, ranked 9th in the nation. They could still win the title outright tomorrow, or the Jaguars could pull the upset and force a share of the league crown for the 2nd year in a row. During Staples Small Business Deal Days, find new deals in store each week. Plus, rewards members get $30 back in rewards when they spend $100 or more. Rewards offer ends May 13th. Limit 1, redeemable in-store. Save big for your business at Staples. Larry Olson, Sports at 13 at 43 past the hour. Mornings on KSRO.
It is 8:15 at KSRO, and here with the latest on your commute is Paul Maxwell.
Thanks, Michelle. Lots of slow going in Santa Rosa. North 101 brake lights from Santa Rosa Avenue up towards Steele. Southbound heavy from College to just past Corby, and also heavy on Highway 12 at 101, as well as between 4th and Farmers Lane. South 101 very slow in Novato from Roland to Ignacio, just slow to Lucas Valley, and then stretches of heavy down to around Lucky Drive. Also seeing some heaviness on both directions of Highway 12 south just north of Boys Hot Springs to just south of Sonoma Plaza. West 37 very slow over the Mare Island Bridge to pass the lane reduction. Your next update at 8:25. Now with Sonoma County's most accurate, most dependable forecast, here's Daniel Trucios.
Thanks, Paul. We do have partly cloudy skies for today. High of 64, 55 along the coast. Slim chance of light rain later this afternoon. Mostly cloudy then for tonight. Low 45 degrees. Low 60s for Friday and Saturday with a few clouds. Might see some rain for Saturday, but light if any. Sunday then mostly sunny at 64. Monday partly cloudy in the mid-60s. It'll be in the mid-50s and along the coast for the next several days.
48 in Sebastopol, 46 in Guerneville, 47 in Windsor, and 48 in Santa Rosa. KSRO News Time is 8:16.
Sonoma County's Morning News with Michelle Marquez and Larry Olson, starting with the biggest stories of the day, so you can plan your day with no surprises. Media coverage from your neighborhood with smart reporting to keep you safe and save you money. Sonoma County's Morning News. Morning radio you can trust. Weekday mornings at 6 on KSRO.
Sonoma County's FM News Talk, KSRO, at 103.5 in Santa Rosa and 96.9 in Petaluma.
On Mother's Day weekend, Saturday, May 13th from 11:30 a.m. to 3, the Church of the Roses at 2500 Patio Court in Santa Rosa presents their Spring Fling Luncheon. The theme is Around the World in 80 Hats in memory of Marjorie Donaldson, who bequeathed her exquisite collection of hats to the church. The Hattery of Sonoma County has spruced up the hats for sale. A photo booth with hats for all to try will be part of the fun. Treat your mom and friends to a delicious lunch, a fashion show featuring hats with outfits to match from the Bird's Nest clothing store in Montgomery Village, wine tasting, an art show, and a silent auction. All the funds raised go to community outreach programs. Tickets in advance go for $20 or $25 at the door. VIP tables for 8 are $200. Saturday, May 13th from 11:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. It's the Spring Fling fundraiser at Church of the Roses in Santa Rosa, across from Montgomery Village. For tickets or info, call 707-542-4272.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets with nowhere to go, but I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year. For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there, providing hot meals, a safe place to sleep, medical care, and love.
They just really genuinely just wanted to help me succeed, and I'm succeeding.
To learn more, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
This is Sonoma County's breaking news station.
Sonoma County's FM News Talk, KSRO, at 103.5 in Santa Rosa and 96.9 in Petaluma.
Recapping the top local stories, the Boys and Girls Club of Sonoma Valley is facing 3 civil suits regarding sexual assaults by a former athletic director. This after the club had previously settled 2 suits for more than $900,000.
2 men charged in a killing outside of a Santa Rosa bar pleading not guilty. The attack happened on February 1st.
And Davis police have detained people of interest as a search continues for a suspected serial killer. 2 people have died and a woman was seriously injured after being stabbed. KSRO News Time is 8:19. Title 42 is expiring next week, and with it, a surge of migrants are expected to enter the U.S. Joining us on the KSRO Live Line is ABC News White House correspondent Karen Travers. Good morning, Karen.
Good morning.
So before we get into the latest developments, can you remind us about why Title 42 was enacted and what it was supposed to do?
Yeah, so this is a public health issue, and what basically the Trump administration did is use this to keep migrants from coming across the border due to the COVID public health emergency. It's not an immigration issue, it's a public health issue. And that was continued during the Biden administration. But when the public health emergency for COVID expires next week on May 11th, so with it expires the ability essentially to continue the Title 42 restrictions at the border. The expectation then is that there will be a sharp increase in migration to the border once those restrictions expire. This, of course, has become a legal issue. There's been a lot of criticism about this, using this health issue at the border as an immigration tool. So next week, as I say, May 11th, the public health emergency expires, so do these restrictions on migration. And the administration has been taking steps to plan for what could be this surge of migrants, including continuing this agreement with Mexico. And that's what was announced yesterday. Mexico will continue to take migrants from 4 countries, Venezuela, Cuba, Haiti, and Nicaragua. They've been accepting up to 30,000 migrants from those countries. Yesterday, though, Karine was not specific on how many migrants Mexico will continue to accept from the U.S., from those countries, just saying that she didn't have a number to share. And that's notable because the reason I ask that is, will the number go up because of the expected surge? And also, what's Mexico getting in exchange for this? Is there funding coming from the United States? What is the benefit there for Mexico? Karine also would not get into that, just saying that she wouldn't talk about diplomatic conversations, but the U.S. welcomes Mexico's partnership on this critical issue.
Karen, do we have any idea what the troops are going to do when they get to the border?
Yeah, 1,500 active duty troops who will be arriving as early as May 10th, according to the Pentagon. They're there in a support role to back up Customs and Border Protection, who will, be moved to different areas and potentially stretched thin. That's the concern there. The Pentagon says they'll be filling critical capability gaps: ground-based detection, monitoring, data entry, warehouse support. They will not be participating in law enforcement activities. That is something the administration was making very clear. Even the issue about whether or not they would be armed would be up to unit leaders, and that would only be for self-defense purposes. They will be there for 90 days, according to the Pentagon, and they're looking to replace these troops from the active duty force by activating reservists during that 90-day deployment.
Now, this is an ongoing problem. Vice President Harris was supposed to address the underlying causes for migration from Central American countries. She visited there. She even announced billions in private sector funding. Has anything come from that?
It's such a broad issue that Harris was tasked with dealing with, as opposed to the border, in border security. She was tasked by the president with looking at the root causes of migration. And, she has made those visits. She has met with leaders from Central American countries. And the question came up at the briefing this week about, what exactly has been done there. Not a lot of specifics from the administration, but, it's such a broad agenda that she was tasked with dealing with. It's not something you would necessarily see, I think, immediate progress on, certainly not so quickly, but it's, I think, something that allies of hers have been frustrated with, that she doesn't have something tangible to show for it at this point.
So everybody's just in a giant wait-and-see mode when the Title 42 ends next week. We just hold our breath and don't know what's going to happen?
Well, the White House was asked yesterday about, what they're anticipating in terms of numbers and surge, and Karine said she would not make any predictions on that, but clearly based on the preparations they're taking and resources that they're sending down there with the active duty troops, and also putting some more border security funding down there, they're clearly anticipating a surge in numbers, a number of migrants trying to come across the border.
What are Republicans saying about the situation at the border?
And they continue to criticize the administration for not getting a handle on this. The finger pointing continues, with the administration saying Congress needs to approve more funding, and that they've put in this request months ago, and Congress has not come through on that. Of course, Republicans have only been in charge of the House since January, though.
All right, Karen, quick before you get out of here, the White House is trying to stop the robots. Big AI meeting today at the White House. Who's going to be there? What are they talking about?
Yeah, Vice President Harris is sitting down with the CEOs of top tech companies to underscore what the White House says is their responsibility as they develop AI, and talk about driving responsible and ethical innovation that has safeguards to mitigate any risk and potential harms to individuals and American society. They're doing an assessment about how you can educate the public about these new ChatGPT systems and things like that. They're also announcing new funding to open research institutes to study AI.
We appreciate your time. Thank you so much, Karen.
Have a great day.
That is Karen Travers, ABC News White House correspondent. It is now 8:25 at KSRO, and here with an update on your commute is Paul Maxwell.
Thanks, Michelle. Be on the lookout. Santa Rosa North 101 before Bicentennial Way. Stalled pickup truck that has made its way over to the center divide. No lanes blocked, but northbound lanes are slow from just before Todd up to just past Steele. Southbound a little slow from Highway 12 to just past Corby. Also have heaviness both directions of Highway 12 between Farmers Lane and Mission. Seeing some heaviness as well westbound 12 from Fulton continuing into Sebastopol to the Gravenstein Highway. Major slowing south 101 in Novato from Roland to Ignacio, slow to Miller Creek, heaviness continuing past North San Pedro. Your next update at 8:35. Now with Sonoma County's most accurate, most dependable forecast, here's Daniel Trucios.
Thank you, Paul. We do have a high of 64 today, 55 on the coast, partly cloudy skies. Wind speeds will be light inland up to 20 miles an hour though along the shores. Mostly cloudy for tonight, low 45 degrees. Low 60s for tomorrow and Saturday. Maybe some rain for Saturday, but otherwise it's a bit cloudy for both days. Sunday mostly sunny in the mid-60s.
48 in Sebastopol, 46 in Guerneville, 47 in Windsor, and 48 in Santa Rosa. KSRO News Time now is 8:26.
Did you know that mosquitoes can still thrive in a drought? Mosquitoes need very little water to complete their life cycle.
Help fight the bite by dumping out plant saucers. Tightly cover or screen water storage containers, stock mosquito fish in ponds, and refresh water in bird baths and pet dishes once a week.
To report mosquito problems, contact the Marin Sonoma Mosquito and Vector Control District at 707-285-2200.
Or visit msmosquito.org for more information.
Improperly maintained or neglected pools and spas can produce hundreds of thousands of mosquitoes, resulting in neighborhood-wide mosquito problems that can increase the risk of mosquito-borne diseases like West Nile virus. If you have an unmaintained pool or spa, or know of one in your community, contact the Marin Sonoma Mosquito and Vector Control District at 707-285-2200 or online at msmosquito.org for help. That's 707-285-2200 or msmosquito.org.
For the ones finding new ways to ensure the job always gets done. For the ones wearing many hats. For the ones who are hands-on, even from far away. And the ones keeping business moving forward. We are Grainger, offering professional-grade industrial supplies, plus real-time product availability and access to experts ready to answer your toughest questions. Call clickgrainger.com or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
The sky's the limit. Saturday evening, May 6th, some of the youngest performing musicians in the county will be at the Phoenix Theater in Petaluma to raise funds for the Robert Ferguson Observatory at Sugarloaf Ridge State Park. 15-year-old singer-songwriter MJ Ward and the Social Construct, Spirit, and Gnome Riot will entertain with original music. Proceeds from the concert and silent auction of truly stellar items benefit the RFO Observatory. For an out-of-this-world live music and charity auction event, go online to thephoenixtheater.com.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets with nowhere to go, but I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year. For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there, providing hot meals, a safe place to sleep, medical care, and love.
They just really genuinely just wanted to help me succeed, and I'm succeeding.
To learn more, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
Hi everyone, I'm Brian Kilmeade. Thursday edition of The Big Show. I have Kaylee McEnany, Mark Thiessen, the great actor Richard Dreyfuss, and Eli Lake. Listen up, long rumored, often accused. Looks like Joe Biden, the walls are closing in. We'll discuss what the whistleblower is now saying and what it could mean. Help needed, help not coming. That's what's happening at the border. Rise of AI, front and center, more experts weigh in. Don't worry, Kamala Harris is in charge of setting up legislation. Feel better? Me either. Don't miss a minute. Brian Kilmeade Show.
This morning at 9:06 here on KSRO.
The one, the only, Dr. Neil deGrasse Tyson is coming to Santa Rosa. This is so exciting. He's going to be at the LBC, the Luther Burbank Center for the Arts, Wednesday, October 18th, a 7:30 p.m. show. You'll get to sit down with the world-renowned astrophysicist, author, and science communicator in a highly anticipated show. It's been described as entertaining, funny, and of course, very educational. The tickets are available right now. You can get them at lutherburbankcenter.org. But thanks to our pals over at the LBC, we do have a chance for you to win a pair of tickets for free. So let's see, it's May the 4th. So maybe the fourth caller at 707 636-1350 will pick up a pair of tickets to see Dr. Neil deGrasse Tyson at the LBC October 18th. Give us a call right now, 707-636-1350. Good luck.
Sonoma County's News Talk, KSRO, on FM at 103.5 in Santa Rosa and Windsor, and now at 96.9 in Petaluma.
Jury in the Proud Boys trial related to the January 6th attack returning a partial verdict today, finding Enrique Tarrio, the one-time leader of the extremist group, and 3 other Proud Boy members guilty of seditious conspiracy in what the Justice Department outlined as a plot to stop the transfer of presidential power during the 2020 election. ABC's Alex Mellon has been following the trial.
It was the leader, Tarrio, who was not there on January 6th, but they allege was